Before we begin this morning prayer, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Good morning. If you're waking up today feeling heavy, regretful, ashamed, overwhelmed, I want you to know something. You're allowed to begin again. You're not stuck in yesterday. You're not defined by one moment, one mistake, one decision you wish you could take back. And you're definitely not alone. Right here, right now, you are standing at the edge of grace. And grace always says, let's try again. So before anything else today, before the tasks, before the thoughts spiral, before you tell yourself what you're not, let's talk to God. God, here I am. I don't have it all together. I don't have the right words, but I have this moment, and I want to begin again with you. I want to start this day not dragging the weight of yesterday behind me, not carrying the things I've already said sorry for, not replaying the scenes that make me wince or wish I could go back in time. I want to start fresh, from here, from now, from this breath. So I bring you all of it, the things I said, the things I didn't say, the choices I made, the ones I avoided, the ways I hurt myself, the ways I hurt others, the moments I hid, numbed, or shut down, the times I stayed silent when I should have spoken up, the times I spoke too fast and caused pain. God, you already know it all, and yet you're not pushing me away. You're welcoming me closer, because you're not holding a list of my failures. You're holding me. You're not standing at a distance, waiting for me to get it right. You're sitting beside me, offering strength for this step, this day, this fresh start. So I receive that, not with shame, not with fear, but with quiet trust. Because if you haven't given up on me, then I won't give up on me either. God, fill the spaces that yesterday left empty. Pour your strength into the parts of me that feel weak. Let your love wash over the guilt I'm still trying to scrub off. Let your voice drown out the lies that tell me I'm too far gone, too messy, too much. Remind me that you're not surprised by my struggle. You saw it coming, and you already planned to meet me right here in this morning, in this prayer, in this heart that's ready to try again. You are the God of second chances, the God of 1,000 fresh starts, the God who specializes in making beauty out of broken places. And if you're not ashamed of me, then I can stop being ashamed of myself. So help me walk differently today, not with my head down, dragging regret behind me, but with my eyes up, breathing in new mercy, with my heart open, trusting that I don't have to have it all figured out to be held by you. Let this be the morning I believe, really believe, that you're not done with me, that there's still purpose in my path, that there's still life ahead, that there's still goodness waiting for me to step into it, even if I don't feel ready, even if I'm scared to hope again, even if I've failed before. You don't expect perfection. You just want my presence. So here I am, starting again, not alone, not empty-handed, but with you. God, now that I've laid down what was, I want to open my heart to what could be. I don't want to live this day just reacting to the past. I want to step into it with intention, with hope, with courage that doesn't come from me, but from you. Because the truth is, I don't always feel strong enough to begin again. Sometimes, starting over feels like failure. Sometimes it feels like weakness, like I should have gotten it right the first time, like needing grace means I've messed up too much. But you never treat me like a project. You never roll your eyes at my process. You never tire of lifting me up when I fall again and again. You knew I'd need this moment, this reminder, this prayer. You knew there'd be mornings when I'd wake up unsure of my worth, when the voice in my head would say, nothing's going to change. You always end up back here. You're wasting time, but you gently whisper something different. You say, today is new. Mercy is here. Let's begin again, together. So God, help me silence the inner critic that keeps me chained to yesterday. Help me break free from that loop of overthinking, self-blaming, and soul-draining shame. I wasn't made to relive old failures. I was made to live fully today. I want to believe you when you say I'm forgiven. I want to believe that the cross was enough, not just in theory, but in this exact moment of my life. I want to stop carrying what you already carried for me. So as I move into this day, help me see it with fresh eyes. Help me feel what it means to be free. Free to try, free to grow, free to rest, free to change, free to stumble without being labeled by the stumble. Because the goal isn't perfection, it's connection. And you're not measuring my worth by how together I seem. You're holding space for the real, raw, unfinished version of me. And you're not afraid of it. So I breathe deeper now. I unclench my fists. I soften my shoulders. I let go of the imaginary checklist that says I need to fix myself before I'm allowed to feel joy. You never asked me to earn joy. You just asked me to receive it. So I'm receiving joy today. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are present. And that's enough. God, let today be full of small beginnings, tiny acts of trust, simple steps forward, even if they feel shaky. Let the words I speak reflect the grace I've received. Let the way I talk to myself be shaped by how you speak to me, with kindness, with truth, with love. Let the decisions I make come from a place of peace, not panic. And when I hit a hard moment, because I will, let me pause and remember, this is still a fresh start. Just because it's messy doesn't mean it's not meaningful. Just because it's hard doesn't mean I'm failing. Just because it's unfamiliar doesn't mean you're not guiding me. You are with me, and you are strong enough for both of us. God, this fresh start isn't just about trying again. It's about learning to trust differently. To trust you more than I trust my fears. To trust your voice more than the noise in my head. To trust that even when I don't see the full picture, you're painting something beautiful. Because fresh starts don't always come with clarity. Sometimes they come with fog, with unfamiliar steps, with faith that feels fragile. But even fragile faith is enough. Even whispered prayers still reach you. Even trembling hands can hold on to hope. Even when I feel like I'm barely holding it together, you're holding me. So God, help me move forward today, not with a rigid plan, but with a softened heart. Let me be okay with not knowing everything. Let me be okay with not controlling everything. Let me be okay with taking one small grace-filled step at a time. Because when I try to control the outcome, I lose peace. When I try to manage every detail, I squeeze out joy. But when I let go, you step in. You do what only you can do. You turn chaos into calm. You turn regret into wisdom. You turn brokenness into beginnings. So here's my surrender. Here's my imperfect attempt at trusting you. Not just with the big picture, but with the small moments too. With how I speak, with how I respond, with how I treat myself when I mess up again. Let my inner dialogue sound more like you. Gentle, patient, encouraging. Let it say you're growing. You're doing better than you think. You're not who you were yesterday. You're still in the middle of the story, and it's a good one. Let this day be less about proving something and more about living in freedom. Let me stop chasing validation. Let me stop performing for acceptance. Let me rest in the truth that I'm already seen, known, and loved. God, thank you for this moment. Thank you for the mercy that meets me here. Thank you for not being in a hurry with me. You're not frustrated by my pace. You're not disappointed in my process. You're just glad I showed up. So I'll keep showing up, even on the days when I don't feel worthy, even on the days when I don't feel strong, even when the doubts are loud and the path feels unclear, because you are steady, you are faithful, and you are with me. Even in the fresh starts that don't feel glamorous, even when the restart button feels scary, even when I don't know what comes next, you are already there. So I step into this day with faith, not because I feel ready, but because you are ready to walk with me. If this part of the prayer gave you the courage to surrender the unknown, Write "God is already there" in the comments. What part of your future are you placing into His hands today? God, I want to talk about something that still lingers in me. The fear of falling back. The fear that even with a new start, I'll mess it up again. That I'll go back to old habits. That I'll repeat patterns I promised myself I'd break. That I'll disappoint you. That I'll disappoint me. But right here, in this quiet space, I hear you whisper something powerful. You are not your past. You're not your lowest moment. You're not the version of yourself you were in survival mode. You're not the regret that echoes through your memory. You're not the thing you wish you'd never done. You are mine, and I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to strengthen you. So God, help me not to fear my own humanity. Help me stop waiting to be flawless before I fully live. Help me stop disqualifying myself because of who I used to be. Because if you've given me this day, then you've given me purpose. If I'm breathing, then grace is still working. Help me walk through today with courage, even if my knees shake. Help me believe that I can live differently, not because I've magically changed overnight, but because I'm walking with you. You bring wisdom where I had impulse. You bring healing where I had wounds. You bring gentleness where I had harshness. And when I do fall short, and I will, let it be a moment, not a sentence. Let me learn from it, not live in it. Remind me that one step backward doesn't erase all the steps forward. That one hard day doesn't cancel the progress you're building in me. That my growth may be quiet, slow and unseen by others, but it's still real. God, give me eyes to see the small victories. When I choose patience over reacting. When I speak with love instead of defensiveness. When I pause instead of spiraling. When I take care of myself instead of pushing past the limits. Let me notice those moments. Let me celebrate them with you. Because I'm not just surviving, I'm growing. I'm not just restarting, I'm becoming. I'm not just trying again, I'm walking a new path one step at a time. And in those steps, you are steady. When I lean on you, I walk taller. Not in arrogance, but in freedom. Not in pride, but in quiet confidence that says, I don't have to do this alone. God, let today be a reminder that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, I'm showing up anyway. I'm choosing peace today. I'm beginning again, even if yesterday broke me down. Let me be kind to myself today. Let me reflect the grace you so freely give. Let my words be soft, my choices be wise, my pace be gentle. Because this fresh start isn't a race, it's a journey. And it's not about how fast I go, it's about how deeply I stay connected to you. God, I feel the shift happening inside me. It's quiet, gentle, like the slow return of light after a long night. And even though my life hasn't suddenly become easier, my heart feels lighter. Because you're lifting what I thought I had to carry alone. You're reminding me that I don't have to hustle for healing. I don't have to force my way through this fresh start. I just have to keep walking, softly, steadily with you. So Lord, help me resist the urge to perform. Help me release the weight of shoulds and not enoughs. Help me stop measuring my progress with other people's timelines. Let my journey be mine, authentic, beautiful, messy and sacred. When comparison creeps in, help me return to truth, that I'm not behind, that I haven't missed it, that the grace you've given me is exactly enough for today. God, give me strength to stay present, to not jump ahead in fear, to not replay yesterday in shame, but to be here fully, body, mind, and soul. Let this fresh start be rooted in presence, not pressure. Let me wake up to the small blessings I often overlook. Warm sunlight through the window, the rhythm of my breath, the chance to make someone smile, the courage to try again. Let this be a day where I feel alive, not because everything's perfect, but because I'm connected to you, and you are life itself. And when I hit a moment that triggers old pain,
old habits, old thinking. Let that be my invitation to turn to you, not away. Let me pause and pray instead of panic. Let me breathe instead of blame. Let me rest instead of rushing, because your way isn't about striving. It's about abiding. So help me abide in you today. Help me listen more than I talk. Help me respond from peace, not from pressure. Help me move through this day with a grace-soaked rhythm, and remind me often, it's not too late. Not too late to repair a relationship. Not too late to speak kindly to myself. Not too late to forgive. Not too late to try again. Fresh starts are not rare in your kingdom. They're the heartbeat of it. So I step into this day with renewed hope, not because I have a flawless plan, but because I have you, the one who knows every part of me and still calls me forward, the one who redeems every broken piece and makes it beautiful, the one who whispers, "Let's keep going," even when I want to give up. Thank you, God, for not giving up on me, for loving me too much to let me stay stuck, for always offering more grace than I think I deserve. Today, I choose to start again, with gentleness, with honesty, with a heart open to joy. God, as I sit in the stillness of this final moment of prayer, I feel something I didn't feel when we began. Peace, soft, honest, unforced peace, not because everything is fixed, not because I've earned it, but because I finally allowed myself to rest in you. This morning has become more than a reset. It's been a homecoming, a return to the place where I remember who I am and whose I am. So before I step into the rest of this day, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the strength you give me when I feel weak. Thank you for the fresh start you offer, not just once but daily. Thank you for not demanding perfection, but simply asking me to come close. And I've come, imperfect, unpolished, but willing to try again, willing to believe again, willing to forgive myself and start walking in the direction of healing. God, let the peace I feel right now go with me. Let it color my choices. Let it shape my conversations. Let it hold me steady when I'm tempted to fall back into old patterns, and when the noise of the day rises, because it will. Let me return to this moment, to this breath, to the truth that you are with me. You walk beside me when I'm confident, and you carry me when I'm not. You are not disappointed in my humanity. You created me with limits, with emotion, with a need for renewal, and that's exactly what you've given me this morning. So let me walk gently now. Let me speak kindly. Let me lead with grace. Let me act not out of fear or guilt, but out of the quiet strength you've placed in me. Because I'm not starting this day alone. I'm not building my life on my own willpower. I'm not chasing a false idea of perfection. I'm starting fresh with your strength, and that changes everything. No matter what today brings, interruptions, challenges, victories, or quiet moments, I know I can handle it, because I don't have to do it in my own power. I have your spirit within me. I have mercy behind me. I have grace all around me. So I breathe in courage. I breathe out fear. I breathe in peace. I breathe out pressure. This is the rhythm I choose to live in. And if I stumble today, I won't spiral. I'll start fresh again. Because with you, there's no limit to grace. There's no expiration date on renewal. There's no shame in beginning again. So I go now, with a clear heart, a quiet mind, and a soul lifted by your love. Go into this day, knowing you're not alone. Grace is with you. Power is within you, and you are deeply, deeply loved. Amen.